Hello, it's me on my couch with my crazy ponytail and my crazy face. I'm gonna wait for some people to jump in live. I am here to talk about, is going live on Instagram really worth it? The big old question. And I've been going live now for 8 weeks straight. I've done about 2 to 3 per week, lives per week. So is it worth it? Is going live in your business actually worth the effort and the hype? Hello everybody, let's begin. So if you're here live and you have a biz, tell me, yay or nay? Do you guys go live? Yes or no? Do you go live? Yes, obviously if you go live. No, if you never go live. And I'd also love to hear why or why not. Even if you're listening to the replay, let me know. So I want to talk about, is it actually worth it for me? So over the last 8 weeks, what have I found? Let's see what people say. Graham says, yay or great. Jenna says, yes. A little bit, awesome. I don't often, but I need to more, awesome. So by the way, I would only consider like going live, like if you're doing it often, to a way that's going to be helpful and consistent at least once a week, by the way. So if it's a less than once a week, I would definitely aim to up that. But amazing that we've got yeses. And if you're a yes or a no, how do you find it? Do you find it good, scary? What's the dealio for you? And maybe even let me know how often it is, because I really think that if it's not more than once a week, you're not going to get the effects from it. A minimum of once a week, once or more in the week. That's really, really what you want to be going for. Someone's shared, I struggle to make content to do multiple times a week. Amazing. Keep listening. And later, I'm going to talk about how I pick my topics for my lives. Let me know if that's going to be helpful, my love. Tara, I think it is. And I'll let you know how I pick my topics for lives, and then how I stop myself from like over rambling as best as I can. My phone's on 11%. This is interesting. Judy said, shared skitless, and shared scared shitless, and I word vomit. Yes, I'll talk about how to not word vomit. So overall, have I found it worth it? Yes, absolutely. So what I found really helpful, like most helpful from going live, is the depth of connection that I'm building with my audience, with you guys. So there's like something different about coming on, having a longer chat, seeing me in a way that's like on my couch, chilling, usually like makeup free, just me, you know, there's nothing between us. Well, there's the phone, obviously. Opposed to like reels, which are, you know, more curated, because that's the style of a reel. Oof, my hairdo. So the depth of connection, I think, has been huge in having my audience see who I am, my depth and my connection. I've also found that I've had more DMs of people messaging me, and I so appreciate this, keep doing this, saying like they loved what they heard and now they want to know more, or they loved what they heard and they're so excited to be part of this community. So I just think that's upped. All of that has upped as well. So DMs, inquiries, so it's a big yes. A big yes. Jenna also shared, I go live once a week and it's conversational with a guest. Awesome, Jenna. I still need to do that more. And I would also think for you, Jenna, too, and whoever's listening, going live on your own. Like for me, when I'm watching someone I follow's live, I love when they're on their own, because usually I'm following them because I really want to hear them speak. So I would even consider going live once a week on your own and just picking a topic and riffing and going with it. So I think it'd be really helpful. And share any questions, guys, that you guys have as well. Hello, my loves. How I pick my topics for live. So I think it's really, 10 times the word really, helpful to have a topic when you go live, instead of just it being like random ramblings, because I think that's when it gets a bit awkward and that's when it gets a bit random. So let me know, guys, drop me a yes, this is helpful, to pick a micro topic to talk about when you go live. and just something that's real for you right now. Like for me, I literally was driving and I was like driving along and I was like, I've been going live for like 8 weeks. I wonder how long it is. That's pretty cool. When I got out of the car, I checked back to my first live in this kind of batch. And I was like, wow, it's been 8 weeks. That would be an interesting thing to talk about. So, yes. So yes. Pick one topic. And then I microed it down. I was like, okay, I'll literally just talk about, is going live worth it? And then in that, I'll share like what I talk about live, because it's all kind of relevant. And that's an interesting topic, right? It's interesting because so many people ask me about it. I know a lot of clients also ask, and I had this question months and months ago from my own coach, is going live worth it? Should I go live? How do I go live? Blah, blah, blah. So if I'm thinking it, if other people are thinking it, so most likely are you. So other ways you can think of little topics are like, what are DMs you get? What are questions, random questions people ask you in your DMs that you're like, I could talk about that one thing. And remember, it's micro, it's not broad. So micro is like one little smidgen of it. You might even think about things that clients ask you, things you're wondering. Whoops, something fell. And all of that fun stuff. Janice shared lol live on my own when I do them. Always had your kids coming in. I got off track. Yeah, that would make it a little bit trickier, but maybe something to revisit in the future. Tara said this is helpful. Yay. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions going live related. The verdict is it's been well worth it. I will continue doing this for the foreseeable future. I'm aiming for 2 to 3 a week. 3 feels like a lot, but we'll see how we go, especially because they've been fun. Great question in the chat. What's your take on the length of lives? I'm a big fan of 10 minutes, and there's a few reasons for this. Such a good question. One is that I don't want it to feel like a big thing. So people always ask me, do you announce that you're going live and be like, tomorrow, 7 p.m, going live? I don't. That doesn't suit like my vibe, my personality. I just want it to be something that I just pick up my phone and can go. And whoever's there, amazing, like so cool. And people can watch it after. I also like about 10, probably to 15 minutes when I get on a good rant, 10 to 15 minutes. The reason for that, it's because I think it suits my energy in the way that I can just like come on, riff and jump off. I don't have to think, oh, do I have enough energy for that? Do I have enough time for that? So it takes away a lot of the obligational side, and I think it takes away a lot of the excuses of why people don't go live. I also think it's long form enough for most people on IG, which is now a shorter form platform, to be able to pick up their phone and be like, yeah, cool. I'll watch this. I'll listen to this while I'm doing something. I'll listen to this while I'm chilling on the couch, etc. Hope that helps. So good. Yeah, another common question is like how many times per week for most people. I think for most people, it's just finding your groove and sticking to it. I think like anything on IG, the consistency is the most important. So if you guys have any questions about going live, drop them here. But yeah, I'm aiming for about 2 to 3. Yeah, and yes, so worth it. Something else that could be useful is the mindset side of going live. Like, who here gets shit scared? Literally the first time I went live, I was like full on shaking. Something I think that really helps that is having the topic, is picking the micro topic, which I talked about earlier. And it's remembering that it's just a chat, and to take the pressure off. And to take the pressure off, like the amount of numbers, what you're saying, and all of that. And I think it's massively a practice piece as well. Like the more you're doing this, the more you're going live, the easier it gets. And it just becomes like, oh, I'm doing this, let's go. And if you can think of a segment, go with it. But I don't love being like, every Tuesday at this time, I'm going to do this right now in my life, because I'm liking a bit more of the freedom. But let me know if you were here last week for the intuitive reading. We did like a live intuitive reading and people dropped emojis. Go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And I will do that probably each week. It just won't have a set time. It'll just more be like, see me live, jump in. And I also think that builds some of like the the buzz around the live energy. So that's me. I'll wait like 60 seconds in case anyone else feels like jumping in or asking any questions. Do you want to see my Christmas tree? I'll show you. Isn't it so cute? That's my Christmas tree. So yeah, the verdict is going live is well worth it. People will watch it while you're live. People will watch it after. Don't get too caught up on the numbers. I found it so helpful in building depth in my community. I found it so helpful in getting more DMs. And I've just found it fun, to be honest, as well. Pick your topic. I think that part is just invaluable. I think that's my favorite part of this whole thing. But if you're watching back, let me know your biggest takeaway. And yeah, it'll be cool to hear. Okay. I love you guys.